Thank you, Sarah. Delighted to be here and great to see so many people tuning in and watching us from so many different locations. I saw that there were people kind of coming in there from North America, across the UK and beyond. So that's great. We're a really international resort and we have a really good breadth of client base coming from all around the world. So we're very international. What I'm going to do is take you through a video which really showcases the island and resort, I think, and it gives a really good overview. And then I'll pop onto a PDF presentation and just do a little bit of a kind of orientation and give a bit more context. And then I think that will give you a really good overview of the Standard Maldives, which is a stunning, absolutely beautiful resort. So you can see here, and literally you've got every hue of blue there, every shade. Beautiful sandy kind of beach there, lots of beach area, and it feels very kind of private and exclusive, especially on the beach villas that you can see here. But yeah, stunning resort, located in Roa Atoll. And Roa Atoll, to get to us, would take about 40 minutes on a seaplane, and that in itself is just a lovely experience. Actually coming to the resort, you feel like a rock star when you've landed on the water, just coming off that seaplane, and as you come in from ahead, it's just absolutely stunning. So sit back and you'll just see a great overview of all the different villas, everything you can do, how beautiful the island is, with its own house reef, and I'll give you some more context and details afterwards. as you can see, an absolutely stunning resort, really beautiful. So what I'm going to do now is just open up my presentation, and I'll just quickly take you through that and give you a bit more of kind of context and an overview of the island and what you can do. So just bear with me and let me know if you can see my screen. Fantastic. So as I've got behind me, and as you can see here, it's a really stunning resort. We have 115 villas, and every single villa has its own plunge pool. So whether you're over water or on the beach, you've got a plunge pool. So just looking at this here, I think what's quite nice and different from us, well, with us, that you won't find in many resorts is that our lead-in price point is actually over water. And as you will know, if you're selling the Maldives, that most people would like to be over water, especially the first time. For people that have come a few times, they actually quite often prefer being on the beach. And I personally think that if someone's coming for a longer stay, say, you know, 7 nights plus, or they're coming from a honeymoon, I think it's really nice to start over water and then go onto the beach. You get quite a different experience. And our villas are all very spacious. The ones on the beach are actually even bigger. And then, of course, if you know, your guests are coming with children and toddlers, then they're going to want to be on the beach. And I'll show you some more images of those that details, you know, how they are and the kind of look and feel. So just here, just to highlight this here, this is a lagoon facing villa. And here we've got the ocean facing villa. From time to time, we'll do tactical offers, and you may see that within your own network or your preferred third party that you would be booking through. And you'll see there that we might have a villa upgrade. And what that would be is from lagoon facing to an ocean facing. And the reason that we would say that's upgrade is that you've got a more private view with the ocean view. But it's gorgeous throughout and really, you know, a stunning resort. So I'll take you through and do a little kind of overview with the resort map. So the standard, yes, the logo is meant to be upside down. We like to think of ourselves as anything but standard. And we're quite different to the traditional offering. We're very contemporary. We have a sense of humor. It's beautiful. You know, there's just different kind of touches in terms of design, the look, the feel. It's a 5-star resort, but it's a very relaxed, inclusive, welcoming environment. So as I mentioned, we're based in Ra Atoll, which is a 40-minute seaplane from Male, and we have our own lounge, which we opened in the last few months. So your guests can actually be in our lounge, having, you know, a bite to eat, a drink. Obviously, that's included within the seaplane you know, offering that we give. So that's a lovely way also to start that journey. And then you obviously go on the fantastic seaplane to arrive to us. Right, okay, coming into, see little love hearts there, coming into the map, just to give you a bit of orientation. So as I mentioned, we've got 115 villas, and they are, our kind of breakdown is quite simple. We have villas that are over water, on the beach, 1 or 2 bedrooms, and then we have the 2 views. So you've got lagoon, or here you've got ocean. And then aside from that, we've got 1 VIP 2-bedroom suite villa, which is called the Residence. And the Residence is different to the other 2 bedrooms, and it has an interconnecting kind of lounge area between the 2. And you would have seen that on the video, which is absolutely stunning. I'm also going to share with you afterwards a kind of sales kit, a hub where you've got, you know, this presentation, you'll have images, photos, more information about the excursions that your guests might want to do, more information on other things that you can do, spa, paddy diving and so forth. So it's a great kind of asset to have. And then as many of you will be promoting on social media, we've got some great videos like this one, which really helps when people are spending that kind of price point. They tend to do more research, as you'll know, and so you'll be able to share with them great images, videos, and more information as well. So just coming back. So as I mentioned, 115 villas, 88 are over water, and the lead-in prices here is lagoon over water. So you can see these little people here that are snorkeling. This is where you can access our own house reef. So within 50 meters of any villa, you can actually access a house reef, which, you know, is a great thing to have just there on your doorstep. And it's something that we hear about from our guests in their feedback. They love the fact that the access is so easy. It's, you know, it's a beautiful, natural island. It's absolutely stunning. And I think whilst it looks, and it does look amazing in the videos and the photos, you know, the feedback is it's even nicer, even more of a wow. You know, someone said to me, it was like walking into a screensaver. You know, it really is, your guests will be wowed. Over here, we've got Beru Bar. So Beru Bar is an adult only bar, and it's where you'll see sunsets. So it's a great place to come for a sunset drink, or come back after dinner and have like a end of evening, you know, cocktail. Once a week, we have karaoke in there. We've got a glass bottom floor, which you'll see in some images later, and a huge disco ball. So you'll see a few disco balls when you're staying with us. And it's just kind of like a fun thing. It's the largest disco ball in the Maldives. Why not? But a really, really lovely bar, karaoke, or there may be a DJ, music there, and a great place to while the night away. Coming over here, we have, as I mentioned, we've got the residence there. Then we've got the spa. So for those of you that are familiar with the brand, you may well know the hotel that we have, which is a spa kind of resort hotel in Miami. And we have that kind of spa within our DNA. So we've got 9 treatment rooms. There's a hammam, a steam room, a yoga studio, a separate pool deck. It's adults only. It's a great place. So, you know, the fact that you've got the pool deck and sun terrace there, that if someone has had a massage, they want to chill out there afterwards or beforehand, it's a great place. In terms of the offerings, they're very kind of holistic. It's, you know, we'll have visiting practitioners as well as our, you know, our everyday menu of great things like sound healing, breath work. You know, we might do something around full moon as well, kind of tapping into that. It's very kind of holistic. Reiki practitioners, Ayurvedic practitioners from time to time. And all of that information you can also see on our website under happenings. So we'll have like residents visiting practitioners as well as the amazing treatments that we offer year round. And as I said, it's more holistic than being associated with a beauty brand. It is kind of a bit deeper than that. So a great place to come to kind of rest, relax, rejuvenate. Coming onto the island, so you can see all of this like sand. It's a beautiful island all around, and it would take about 45 minutes to walk around the island. And obviously, when you're staying with us, you can walk, but we also have bicycles, which are free of charge, that you can ride around. That's quite a fun way to get around the island. And then we have, you know, the kind of buggies that you can call for as well. So here you've got, as you can see here, these are all the villas that are on the beach. So 1 or 2 bedroom, lots of greenery. You would have seen that from the video and some images I'm going to show. What's nice about that is it feels really exclusive. You know, you wake up in the morning, you come out to the beach and you've got like, you know, it's just, you've got the beach to yourself. You know, it's very private and secluded in this kind of villa entrance as well, which is lovely. Here we've got Little Sharks Kids Club, some great activities there, and a pool area as well for the kids. And that's from 4 years up, so 4 to 12. If anyone wants to come, children are less than that, then they can come in with their parents, an adult that they're with, and otherwise, you know, we've got babysitting services that we can offer as well. So we're certainly very family friendly. And we will get, you know, groups of multi-generational groups of families that are traveling together as well. So as I mentioned, you've got the gym and tennis court here as well. So certainly you can be quite active should you wish to be so when you're staying with us. Every type of water sport and a paddy dive centre as well with an amazing team. I'll tell you a bit more about that shortly. So then coming down here, you've got Guduguda. Guduguda is a Maldivian restaurant. It's very authentic. It's over water. So you come in, you leave your sandals by the door, come in barefoot, and we've got low tables and cushions, amazing food, very atmospheric. It's all illuminated at night. So you definitely have that kind of that authentic feel, quite romantic. And then we come over to Barbecue Shack. Barbecue Shack, I absolutely love. It's super relaxed. It's literally a restaurant on the beach. You've got, sand beneath your feet, but sea breezes, your cocktail, your mocktail to hand, reggae music in the background, delicious food, and you just kind of go, it's like totally relaxed and chill. So that's a great addition. Both Guduguda and Barbecue Shack are in part of the dine around. So they can be a la carte depending on the board basis, or they're in the all-inclusive plus dine around option. And then we obviously have the main restaurant up here. I'll tell you a little bit more about that shortly. But just going back to the board basis, we have everything from bed and breakfast, half board, full board, and then all-inclusive as well. Right next to Barbecue Shack, just along here, we have our paddy dive centre and our water sports centre. So we can actually cater for every type of water sport and excursions and so forth as well. So within the all-inclusive plus menu, then you will get something like a sunset cruise or a dolphin cruise. So you get an excursion included, which is nice. For any board basis, then you would have kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, and windsurfing included. And then obviously you can pay to do the additional water sport elements. I think we're a great place to try something like kite surfing, for example. The team that we have in the Paddy Dive Centre and the Water Sports Centre are amazing, and our guests that do kind of take advantage of these activities really bond with them. They get lots of tips on what to do, and so depending on how intrepid you are, I went and I did a refresher paddy dive because I hadn't been diving for some time. But there are other people that might want to be a little bit more intrepid, and also learners as well. So that's a great addition to have there. And then, of course, you can do things like snorkeling and see, manta rays, sea turtles, and these are kind of bucket list things that people want to do when they come and stay with us. The lobby here and the arrival jetty, and then you come into, this is a main pool area, the main restaurant, Juice Cafe and Toddy Spa just along here. And then right down here, you've got Baby Island. Baby Island is somewhere that if someone's got a special activity that they want to do. So like when I was there, it was someone's milestone birthday and there were 9 people in total. They all came over on a catamaran and they had lunch on the beach and a few kind of nice bottles of wine. And that was a way of celebrating having an island for themselves for their birthday. But equally, I think it's a great place that, you could do a romantic dinner or lunch. If someone wants to ask someone to marry them, for example, that would be a lovely place to do it. And our team can set that up. Coming into the accommodation, quite simple, overwater on the beach, lagoon or ocean facing, 1 or 2 bedrooms. And then you've got the standard residence, which is the most VIP 2-bedroom. So the villas are a large size. They would take 2 + 2 or 3 adults. That's for the 1-bedroom. And then obviously 2-bedroom, we would double up. So just having a look at the villa features, you've got everything there that you would expect to see in terms of, a 5-star resort. What you might not expect to see is a disco ball or a ukulele. So again, these are fun touches and they come across really well on Instagram, social media. So this is what we call an activity wall. I like to think of this as a grab and go with a difference. So that's like behind the bed, and you literally have everything there just to take the kit and go straight and hit the water, and then obviously explore the house reef on our doorstep. So the look and feel, very contemporary, gorgeous villas, 110 square meters, very large, and then you've got obviously the plunge pool there, and then steps into the ocean. 2 bedrooms are connected via the sun terrace there, the sun deck, with a larger pool. And then the standard residence, as I mentioned, has an interconnecting lounge area as well. The beach villas are 137 square meters, so larger. And as I mentioned, loads of vegetation around them. So they feel really exclusive, just very private, absolutely stunning. Coming out in the morning onto that beach there, and you've got it to yourself. It's lovely. And then that's just an aerial shot to show you the difference there. You've got 2 bedrooms and 1 bedrooms nestled in amongst the vegetation with the stunning sea there. So on the left-hand side here, you'll see this is a day bed. So as I mentioned, if you've got children sharing, then you would have 2 + 2 or 3 adults. And then here on the right hand side, our bathrooms are ginormous, and you can see there's the disco ball there. And then you've got some glass panels on the overwater villas, and you can see the kind of marine life there, which is, a really nice way to start the day, have a shower. So beautiful rooms, great design, great restaurant offerings, as I've mentioned before. So Kula is the main restaurant. So this is very international. It's a kind of buffet style, but we've got live serving stations where they're making kind of food at that time as well. So fresh, changed throughout the day, international. We can cater obviously for vegan, for halal, for kosher. It's always good to put those down to special requirements when making a reservation, so that our team are aware and can plan, but we'll have food that can cater for all types with lots of variety as well. Dining inside or outside. Coming into Toddy's bar, so this has got kind of like a recreational element to it. So here you can play like chess, drafts, ping pong. It's quite fun. Have a cocktail, mocktail, and see how competitive you can get with your loved one, family, or friends. And coming to Juice Cafe. Juice Cafe is a great place to have a light bite to eat. And then, so, wraps, sandwiches, and so forth. And then you can also obviously have juice, fresh juices, cocktails, mocktails, and grab a book. We've got lots of book banks in here. So it's got that lounge kind of chill out vibe that you can grab a book, relax, have a nice, drink. There's lots of places that you can kind of relax when you're staying with us, which is nice. So you can kind of feel like this is an extension of your own home, as it were. And it's a really nice, welcoming environment throughout. Guduguda, the amazing Maldivian restaurant, as I mentioned. So this is really atmospheric, great food, so low tables and cushions. And there are very few resorts that have a restaurant dedicated to Maldivian food, and we are one of them. Barbecue shack, as I mentioned, on the beach, super relaxed, reggae music, great food and cocktails. And that just is a real treat, just feels so chill. And delicious food. And then we have Beru Bar. So as I mentioned, great for a sundowner or to end the evening. You can dance the night away. The biggest disco ball of the Maldives there, and then the glass bottom floor where again you can also see marine life. And this is showing kind of like the aerial shot there with Beru Bar here. Over there you've got the spa, and then you've got, obviously the island over here as well. Then you've got lagoon facing here, and then ocean facing there. Nothing overlooking us, really stunning. Tonic, this kind of pool area here is just by the spa. So as I mentioned, we've got great spa offerings. We've got tennis, lots to do. We have a doctor in residence. The bicycles free of charge. This is a main pool area. Once a week there'll be a pool party on a Saturday afternoon. Otherwise we may have some like cool a DJ with some ambient tunes. It's not too loud, it's quite chill out as well, but it's fun. So you can have a cocktail and just soak up the views. Definitely be active if you wish to be. And then in terms of yoga, that could be on the beach, or it could be also in our studio. Fishing, lots of activities that you can do above or below the water. So we can do expeditions, and that can be diving. It can also be snorkeling. So lots of fun things there. And as I mentioned, you'll get a cruise included within the all-inclusive class. So that's a great thing to do, staying with us. Every water sport imaginable with an amazing team. And then there's, happenings. This is a tribal dance once a week. This guy here is fishing for a coconut. And then obviously very family friendly as well, with some great activities for children. So I'm conscious of the time, as I often am. So Sarah, I think I've kind of taken through everything there in the key points. So yeah, this is some of the spa offerings. And of course, we are very aware of our eco-conservation and preserving the nature on our doorstep. So that's me done. Probably a little bit longer than normal, but I think it was a great overview.
Super. Thank you very much, Melanie.
All right, speak to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.